Welcome back to Mr. Campbell Reacts. Today on the agenda, we are going to be reacting to the new God of War Ragnarok Valhalla official sparring with Tyr trailer. So let's see what this is about. Let's do this.
So one of the biggest surprises for Valhalla was who invited Kratos, right? Why is Kratos there? He got this mysterious invitation, and when you get to the top of Valhalla, you discover that it's none other than Tyr.
The invitation was yours.
I would have signed it, but it was important you come here for your own reasons.
Right from the beginning, we knew that Tyr was going to be your ultimate test. When you play Ragnarok and you meet Tyr for the first time, you think you're going to fight this character. You see them standing up, Tyr's so intimidating. And then, in typical Santa Monica fashion, we change expectations and we subvert them. But I think a lot of people kind of play that game. They're like, wow, what if Kratos and Tyr sparred it out? And we wanted to dig into that and really figuring out, how does Tyr fight? What's that relationship? Because they are sparring. It's a very different relationship than we've ever seen Kratos, fight against someone else.
Yeah.
And Tyr kind of bringing this almost worldly knowledge from all the places he's visited, right?
That was one of the things we really wanted to do with Tyr, to showcase how the history behind him traveling to all these different places, right? So that's why we have these different weapons that he brings out from different locations in the world.
Yeah, those intros. Every time I saw the animations for the intros where he's pulling out the different weapon and everything. As soon as that started coming online, we were getting pretty hype about it.
If you notice, for folks that have a keen ear, that will hear some slightly different tunes when each weapon is introduced, that is kind of tied to the weapon as well. And then his styles of combat change.
I think you'll enjoy it, if that's the word.
The gameplay mechanics actually are influenced by the region that he's kind of bringing to each part of the fight. We also play around with some mechanics that are a bit different than fights that you would have in the base game.
Yeah.
And ultimately, it's like two God of Wars going at each other,
Exactly.
right?
So that's one of the biggest things, is that when you think about the whole franchise, Kratos has only, even though it's called God of War, he's only confronted Ares, another God of War. Not until now has he had an opportunity to go and fight it out with another God of War. Yes, a completely different context, right? Whereas with Ares was about a completely different thing, revenge. Now this is more about personal growth and challenging himself to master himself, to get him to the next step in his life, which is a super exciting way to reframe this epic battle with another God of War, right? That was distinct, but at the same time brings it full circle.
Every time you beat him, right, and you press R3, you kind of go up,
yes.
and you got that moment where the punch, gets caught, and they get to do the arm shake again.
That was completely intentional. We wanted to do the reverse of what happened in Ragnarok, where, Tyr's helping Kratos up. Now Kratos is the one helping Tyr up. Tyr was definitely a lot of fun to bring to life, and hopefully all of you enjoy fighting them.
Arms up!
All right. Not what I expected, but I did enjoy watching it though. I do have I have a certain fascination and appreciation for people who can build these kind of worlds, environments, and sacrifice decades of their life to make something great for us to play for 60 hours or more, right? I've done a little bit of that myself. So let's get into it a little bit, right? So they're pretty much just, as you guys read or watched or heard, they're just explaining the relationship between Kratos and his personal growth that he's had on his journey. How he started out as a vengeful demigod and worked his way up to becoming this knowledgeable, wise sage of sorts, who's just tired of fighting. He wants to move on, but he's not given the chance to. People are pushing him because he has this history of being so dominant, and wiping out all these gods on his path of vengeance, right? And now he's older, more wise, more jaded, and just doesn't want to deal with it anymore. But in this situation, you got a god here who isn't there to fight him, isn't there to really beat him down. Like I guess I haven't played the game all the way through yet, so I don't know the story, but I'm assuming he brought him there because he wanted some change in Valhalla that only an outsider could bring. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm feeling it. It's also interesting how you see this man walk up to Tyr, right? And he's got the head of another god here, like, yeah, letting Tyr know, yeah, I'm still this dude. I still get down like this. This guy forced me, but I'm still Kratos. Don't forget that. And I think it's funny in these videos how Tyr, like, look at the detail in their face. Look at the wrinkles, all the age that has accumulated over the years. This man has just been fighting like a battle, man. I got respect for Kratos. And it's this detail. Look at the hair. Look at the individual strands of hair. Look at the beard and everything else. It's crazy, man. Crazy. And the gameplay seems pretty fluid. It seems like there's a lot of things you can do. There's a lot. This one, watching the fight, I noticed a lot of feints, a lot of stunning attacks, things to get your opponent off guard. Just pretty much all the stuff, not just attacking like it used to be back in the day. And I'm here for it. And this man fighting with bare feet. He don't even put no shoes on or nothing. Even Kratos got shoes on. But that, nevertheless, I can appreciate noticing where the game came from and how it looked back in the day and how it looks now. There's been a lot of changes. Technology has gotten way better. And I used to be a huge God of War fan because I played all the beginning God of War games, but I haven't gotten a chance yet to play this last one, so I need to add it to my list. But anywho, if you like this kind of content, give me a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what else you want me to react to. That being said, deuces.